Hello, Sonic and Elenal, baby. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're gonna play some chess. Thanks for the lurk. It's been a little while. I had, as usual, some real life issues. I always have real life issues. Sadly enough, I hope you can hear me. Let me check that quickly. That's okay, no worries. Noobs, professionals, everyone's welcome here. I'm somewhere in the middle. So I'll play a game first. If you want to know anything, then you can just ask, basically. And if I can't reply you during the game, I'll reply you after the game. And yeah. So we'll just do one. The daily crap game. All right, let's do one of them. Let's do a slow one. Slow one of the daily crap game. And yeah. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's close some of these things. All right. Well, thanks for dropping by, Sonic. I hope you can learn something. There are not that many playing 1510 apparently now. Let's wait for one more minute, and otherwise, I don't know, maybe do 10-5 or maybe do a classical game. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, we got a game. So let's go. All right, e4, we'll go for the Sicilian. Oh my god. Okay. So he's probably gonna play this. Yeah. I'm not gonna take because I don't know enough. It's a bit tricky if you don't know anything and do that. Yeah, you're welcome to join the Discord, by the way, for all your updates and I don't know, chess questions, non-chess questions, everything. Yeah, feel free to join the Discord. Drop a follow and stuff like that. All right, we'll play Knight of 6, I think. I was thinking about these two. All right, it's going to be a bit of suffering, but hang on. Do you hear weird? Oh, you do hear weird audio, isn't it? Very low, but it's there. You still hear it? Probably. Okay, now it's gone. All right, that was my fan. The black bower at the front. Yeah, this one. Yes. Just to get my pieces out, essentially. And he's probably thinking now how to take back. This would be the normal move. I think bishop c4 is also normal. Yeah, so the black pawn Bauer in auf Deutsch, right? But yeah, you play e6. And I think d6 was also a move. Now, I used to play b6 here, although I don't like it that much, to be fair. And maybe you have to play bishop e7 first. I don't really know. We'll see how this ends up. Okay, now this makes life always a bit easier. Now white has some space advantage, but he has a weak pawn on c3. So at least we have a target to play against, which makes life a lot easier in general. Okay, so he plays bishop d2 to defend. So we don't really need to worry about bishop g5, the next move to, make bishop e7 impossible. So I think bishop b7 is okay. d6, bishop b5, knight d7, knight e5 takes. It looks all okay. So we're just developing pieces now. Kinda like that. And then see what happens. Right, so there is some stuff with knight g5. So for example, knight d7, knight g5, d5, and then sometimes knight e6 they start playing, and then weirdness happens and who knows what. I can also, after knight g5, I also just play g6. It's a little bit tricky. It's like move order trickiness. And I'm not, it's been a bit too long. I used to kind of have figured it out how to play this, but kind of forgot, really. Maybe you don't need to worry about, knight e6 at all. Well, in that particular case, there's even knight f7. The back farmer in the front, which is for Bauer. It's called a pawn in English, by the way. So which one do you mean? Which one do you mean? We'll go for this. We'll see. If he goes knight g5, then we'll scratch our heads and third from this one. So this one you can't play too easily because it weakens the king side here for now, and this pawn. If, for example, I move it here, then this pawn is not protected by a pawn anymore. And it depends, but in this case, it's a very important pawn. Yeah, there he goes, knight g5. So you have to be a little bit careful with moving pawns in general, especially the f pawns. Yeah. So I'm going to be really solid. This weakens some squares, but if I had castled, then he could have taken. He would have won immediately. Queen here, and it's checkmate in like, I don't know, 2 moves or something. Well, hey, there's bishop g5 there, no? And then bishop h6. Anyway, it's not good. It's not good. Yeah, so it's a bit of a weakening move. It weakens these 2 squares. However, he has some weaknesses as well. I do threaten to take, maybe. It's a bit ballsy, but if you can take it, you should take it. This pawn, diesen Bauer. Okay, so he takes on d6. Okay, now we'll take with the bishop. Pretty sure that that's okay. It looks to me like it's okay, but okay, so he plays 94. So that's his point. He wants to take this bishop, which is a good idea, and he threatens some attack. I can take a pawn. It's a lousy pawn. It's a very risky pawn. But I can't take. No. I mean, bishop h2, king h1, bishop f4, knight f6, king e7. That's the point in the end. I'd almost say let's try it. Because if we can exchange these 2, then it's not too bad. Well, you know what? Let's take some risks. This is pretty risky what I'm doing here. Don't try this at home, folks. That kind of stuff. How is my audio, by the way? Is it clear? It doesn't sound great, and my voice is a bit monotone these days. But is it at least clear? Okay, cool. Thanks for telling me, Sonny. Yeah, so I'm a bit underdeveloped. Yeah, so it's bishop b5, so I can go king b7, king e7 immediately, or I can put something in between. Now, in all fairness, putting something in between seems more logical. However, if you have to go to e7, then because e4 is hanging as well. Yeah, I'm in check, so I have to protect the king here. I mean, I have to move or put something in between. Or play knight d7. It's actually also very, very, very... that is not so good, I think. Knight d7, bishop f4, queen a4. Rook d8. Queen a7. But e4 is hanging. knight d7, queen d7, king d7. Knight d7, knight d6. Obviously, that's not good. Whoa, 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 whoa. I almost blundered a piece. I think we're gonna go really risky here because I think we got enough time to do so. The point being that this one's hanging. I don't see how white crashes through. And it's an unimportant pawn, but it's a pawn, right? Okay, so he protects his knight. A very normal move. So we're gonna do some artificial castling here. Although let's see, if the rook d8, queen f3 takes, then they can't even take. Tick, 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 tick. It looks okay. He has d5. Rook takes d5, so rook d8, c4, king f8. Yeah, it looks okay. No, I mean, it's a bit risky, but I don't see how white... If white can't crash through it, we're pawn up for not much. It's not, again, it's not the most important pawn in the world, right? Yeah, he wants to play something like d5, which is very logical. However, we can even think of just taking now and just leave the king here. Which looks very, very good, by the way. So, yeah, like as in very good. So, let's take it. Oh, bishop f4. I blundered, didn't I? Queen f4. Oh, I blundered in two ways. Oh, dude. That was not necessary to blunder like that. I should just have played king f8 and would be better. Now I'm gonna lose. That was dumb, though. It's almost immediately lost because takes, and then king f8. I blundered. That was a really big blunder as well. Like not a small one. One. Oh well. I won many games in a row before this, so I mean, I guess the chess gods. But it's a bit weird. I thought I was okay. After this is completely lost. This I'm not gonna, he's gonna take. I'll take here. He will check. I'll go here. And he can choose. He can just check one more time, then here, and then just see whatever. Maybe just. We're gonna try to, to salvage it, but don't count on it. This seems like too much. Also, we can just go this, 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 this. You can also try, it's completely lost for black, but we can try to salvage it. So let's just try it, right? I mean, material wise, technically speaking, we're not even worse. I mean, we're worse, but we got 2 pounds for our misery. So let's just try to defend it and see. Okay, so he takes, it's probably the strongest move. Yeah, now he has a free attack and good piece play, and his bishop on b5 is a bit. I got only one move here. Don't no need to think. His bishop on b5 is a little bit misplaced, although it's doing a good job as well. Yeah, these haven't gone out yet. It was tricky, but I think it was okay. I shouldn't have misplayed it this badly, basically. He can still blunder. I mean, it's not impossible. The game is not completely over. It's close to over. But there is still a little bit of, how do you call it? You know, like, it's not completely over. He hasn't gotten the point yet. So we're just going to try to see if we can give him some problems here or there. Right? And then see. I'm pouring in some water, by the way. You probably don't hear it. But I just poured in some water. So, poured some water. Yeah, sorry. First time in my stream, I think, and then because you're about chess players, I have always been thinking about making a few YouTube videos. Would you be interested? What is your chess level? Are you like total beginner? I can make a mini series on how to get from 0 to 1,000 basically. Yeah, I can make it. I've been thinking about it. You know, I do two things mentally speaking. I learn chess. I learn languages. Actually what I do mostly is learn languages. But I don't know what you can do with that, right? I mean, I'm not a trained linguist. I'm not in a university or like in some think tank type of analytical hallelujah or working for Google and big data, or whatever, or doing theoretical blah 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 on. I think 95 just wins, by the way. On like second language acquisition or something. You know, I don't do any of those. And then I play chess sometimes, not a lot anymore. I quit 20 years ago. But yeah, so first of all, I quit 20 years ago. And okay, so I've seen this one obviously. It's the first move. I think knight g5 had one, but this one and then knight g5 is probably also fine. The threat is rook d8. If you have bishop e7, then queen h8 mate, sadly enough, right? So that is a bit of an issue. Knight c6 is a normal move here. Maybe knight a6 to keep this winning. Um, although I'm not sure. Okay, so the main question is what happens here. Apart from me crying, just king g8, no? Sure. It's not really attacking, I mean. Situation is tough. I think that sums it up well enough. It's complicated. You're a professional? A professional what? I don't really understand the emote. Yeah, it's very problematic. I think I think there is almost no rescue anymore. I mean, sure, I can always play bishop c5 or bishop a3 or b3 or whatever. And then rook d8. Using some weird trickery, we're still hanging in there. Can also play knight e5, rook e5, bishop e4, knight e5, rook d8, rook d8, queen d8, queen g7, queen f6, king g8. And we're hanging in there. I guess I'll go for that. I don't know. So now knight g5 really ends the game, because and boom. I think we're done here. If he plays knight g5, I have to resign. I missed that. Maybe I should have played bishop c5 or something. It was bad defense by me. It was a bad game. It was a bad game. Yeah, the YouTube chess videos are strange. Many. I don't watch a lot of them, by the way, but they're a bit weird. It's they're it's not my style, basically. If people like it, good for them. All power to them. But it's not my style. Yeah, this is problematic. So problem is that there's this move and this move at the same time. And I don't think I can do much about it other than try. Yeah, sadly enough. We can quite knight g4 takes, 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 and it's completely resigned. All right, I have to resign here. Sadly enough. So let's analyze it. Let's see how good or bad this was. There's a bit of a problem in my openings anyway. This not so. It's been ages since I played this. Yeah, this has been played a million times. All right. Here you take. Where you take the pawn. What do you play here? Piquet. This is an old game. Well, black scores well, actually, here. Very well, isn't it? So I don't need to be too worried about this. That's the point. Knight g5 just take here. Right. Still black has stuff, but okay, I'm gonna have to look this up at some point because I forgot everything. Okay, so this is not so good. But this is okay. So you wanted king f8. Ah, much better actually. And then just run to g7 instead of going to e8, e7, blah blah blah. Yeah, it's a bit dumb. Okay, I blundered completely. I don't know what I was thinking. So it gives this. Now 96, 97. You. Oh, rook e6. Okay, let's check this out. So it gives king e6. What after f e6? King g7, king d6, queen f6. And this does not look good, right? Not a very hard line. And after king e6, rook e1, king f5, because of course, these are computer lines. This will never be played. So the computer line goes to a draw, and the draw ends like this. All right. A checkmate is now unavoidable. There was a forced checkmate. Oh, I'm not in my best shape. That's indeed mate in one. I didn't see that. It's not so good. Yeah, okay. Game over. Well, happens. Shall we play one more and then call it a stream? Because I have to do some laundry and stuff. I'll probably be back later, but any questions, Sonic, or if you're still here? Oh, that's not today. Sonic is probably doing something else. Okay, let's play one more then. Let's try to take revenge. That game was really a bit too bad. Let's try to take some revenge, right? For that atrocity. Okay, black again. All right, so default. First move is not so hard. Now I have to choose an opening. Yeah, so okay, let's see if he wants the Benoni. He wants the Benoni, all right. Okay. G3. Sadly enough, not a variation I know an awful lot about. I think it's probably let's play knight a6. I think it's not bad. Also can't be too bad. Let's Castle. Maybe I should have cast earlier and then play with Create here. It feels like it. Or maybe not, because he plays Rook E1 anyway. So knight c7, e4, b, ooh, e4, b5. e5 takes, knight takes, b4. We get we get a slugfest. But the problem is that his bishop is actually really strong, right? d6 and a8's hanging. So maybe rook e8, e4, knight g4 is a bit wiser. So you can play h3, right? Right, that's how it works, isn't it? Okay, so now we got knight c7. Without too much thinking. He goes a4 probably without blinking his eyes, right? And now we can go so after this. Will he take on c8 if you play knight a8? Okay, issue. Can also go b5 immediately, which involves a pawn sacrifice. Can also go really slow. But then g6 will be hanging. There's also b6, knight c4, bishop a6. Which doesn't seem too bad. You know what? As an experiment, we go this. Okay, now the idea was to play bishop a6. It's an annoying move, but I think he has just knight e3 actually. Yeah, okay. If you would play this now I was thinking about knight g4. And at least we get some interesting things going on. Not sure how good everything is, but there is stuff going on, right? We got some imbalance. I'm not completely lost. It's a game, so to say. White is surely a bit better, but my pieces are not too bad. This knight is a bit, I don't know. H3 certainly is a move. Can't be denied. Okay, so this doesn't work. Nice and caveman, but we play. Yeah, there's a million ways. So that's pretty simple. So we're going to e5. It wasn't a plan anyway. I mean, sometimes if kind of stuff pops up, but not now. Yeah, so we're probably going to take with the bishop. Well, we got some stuff here, right? We can play. It's a nice bishop, right? This one is a nice diagonal. This knight is garbage. But the rest is okay. This rook is still, where you don't know. Maybe we can do a bit of this. Maybe just develop. Maybe just something like this. I'm not entirely sure. If he plays f4, not too afraid of that. At least for now. Probably just. I'm not sure if you should check one, but with or without check, and then just return to g7. I think it's okay. Oh, he goes very slow. Also, I'm not sure if you should have given up on the IDs with f4 because they are threatening. Okay, he does. If I play something like he does have stuff. I mean, it's not that. You know. You can also consider c4, although it looks bad here. F5 is a move to get rid of 94 stuff, and if he does like e4, that is the big question. In this case, there is a trick. Take, take, take. Okay, it's queen h4, and black is fine. However, f5, e4, f4, gf4 also has a trick. The trick is there are two. Actually, you can play queen f6 or rook f8. Or you can actually take and then queen f6 or rook f8. Knight e2, bishop e2. Takes, and black seems to be okay. So maybe just preventing some. It's a little bit tricky as usual. But, you know. If only I had learned some theory in my day. Just a little bit more than the usual crap. Hey, it doesn't matter below 2300. Like 2300 feet in. But above 2400, it really starts to matter. Yeah, so e4. Now the point is that I wanted to play f4. He can play g4 though, but that's, he has some weaknesses there, and we can actually think about some form of an attack. However, I have to double check this. So f4, bishop f4, bishop f4, g4. There is, at the very least, there is queen h4, knight e2, and after knight e2, you just take and queen f4. And those dark squares are really, they're okay. The light squared bishop is not so okay. f4, gf4, then you can or go rook f8 with the same idea, by the way. So you don't need to go hyper complicate. f5, rook f3. ed6, ed6, but probably bishop f4. Bishop f4, bishop f4, rook f8 is better. So bishop h6 or something, rook f3 looks good, no? And yeah, you can calculate it 20 times, but I'm not gonna. If there is something, I missed it, right? Also, bishop d4 was a move, actually. Maybe a bit more sane. Although he does play some bishop move. I think this is okay. Yes, okay, so now we really have to think. So moves are rook f8, bishop f4, queen f6. Okay, queen h4, fe5, queen h3, bishop e2. Okay, that's nothing. First, rook f8, fe5, rook f3. ed6, queen h4. Knight d1. Bishop f4, bishop f4, queen f6. Even after e5, queen f4. If the dark square bishop goes, you play queen f3. Let's say bishop g3. Bishop d6. Oh, I missed bishop d6. I missed something indeed. Bishop d6, queen f3, bishop c7. Oh, that loses. All right, so we found a problem. Luckily, there is also a simple rook f8. And then there is e5, but rook e there, 92, take, etc., etc. But you can't take on e5 though. However, you can play something like queen f8 and mm, but there's also queen d1, huh? So take, take, take. Yeah, but then you can take. Take the 94. Play c4. Queen d1. Okay, okay. Hang on. This I have to really think now. Okay, so well, I guess g5 is a move if you really want to. But that's probably overdoing it. Okay, there are some interesting variations with bishop d6 and stuff. I wasn't completely sure. Yeah, this knight on c7 is so dead. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Luckily, this isn't the strongest bishop either. So yeah, as long as he cannot play e5 now, we're all good to go. The only problem is that he probably can play e5 now. Well, there's c4. So there's queen g5. Some check can go somewhere, and then c4, and then you take on e5. And still there's d6. c4 he goes to only problems. Problems. So e5, queen of 8 might be, let's say, goes whatever square. Probably here. Problem is that after d6, two things are hanging out. This one and this one. If it was only one, it wouldn't have been too bad. Two is problematic. Yeah, so you probably after e5, you probably have to do this. The queen goes to one of these squares, and then queen g5. So that's a queen e3, queen g5, king. Let's for now say h1, maybe f1, and then rook f8. He does it without. That's surprising. Because now we can stabilize, no? I mean, his knight is still the most fantastic knight the world has ever seen, but yeah, so we go here. And now we play rook e8. And we're just gonna try to get a knight there, or even on b4 might be okay now. Maybe we should settle for that. Because b5, b3 is a bit tricky. I mean, he's gonna take the b file. And there is also knight d5 right now, obviously. I mean, the game is far from over, but I think he missed a big chance. So, okay, the game is far from over. I can still easily lose. So let's not start kumbaya all too early, right? I think I'm going to do b5 here. Because there's no b3, there's queen a1. And this one he can have, if you ask me. I put a knight on d4 and then we'll talk, right? There's queen a5, I guess, but then the knight d5. Okay, okay. Yo, dude. No. Hello, bot. Hello, bot. Yeah, so now the plan was just to simply take on a4, but he can play queen a5, actually. I missed that. Because now there is no knight d5. My knight is a bit awkward there. So how to do this? E5 is still not an option. It might be, right? Hmm. Here's e5. If e5 is still tricky, queen a5, b4, we play b4, e5, rook e5, rook e5, e5, d6. It's not exactly why you play chess. Queen a5 is a problem. I do not see. I mean, I am going to play Queen e7. He takes, he takes. He can't really take back. 95. I mean, he can, but there is 95 there. However, he's spending a lot of time though. Yeah, so Queen e7, Queen a7, or a b5 he can play, huh? But then knight d5 again. Stuff is going to happen, and it might be in my favor. Yeah, there's a 10-second increment, so I mean it's not. So I can play ba4 now. That was the big trick. That it's not really a big trick, but okay. Now there is 95. But there is a pin. Oh, queen a2, queen g7, still can't take. Queen c4, yeah, still can't take. Queen a8. Yeah, still can't take. It's a bit weird. The king is okay on g7, and this pin still exists. So. His bishop is a bit dead. I think I would prefer black here. I'm not entirely sure, but maybe we finally have like a. We can really reroute it if we want to. Yeah, we can. All kinds of stuff possible. We do not want to trade queens though. And f4 is also a good square. We can do all kinds of things and maybe slowly start some shenanigans. Okay, so now he's defending e2. However, I did miss that completely. For some reason, it's not the hardest move in the world, but we got pressure. We got lots of pressure. H5, H4 is probably not a bad idea. So there is not much going on here, I think. So we just go on. There's a threat, a serious one, where the king had to move somewhere, but f2 is weak now. So we take, and wins, no? Oh no, his queen f7. I missed the move. Oh, that's really dumb by me. And I got less time now. Then I should obviously not have taken. I thought queen e3, but he has queen f7. Okay, but he missed it. Or did I miss it? I missed it. Shit. I screwed myself over. I should have played b5 first. Oh my effing god. Too bad, too bad, too bad. It was an interesting game. Not good enough. Not good enough. Yeah, I don't have much. There are no even tricks. I mean, I don't see a single. There is like literally no trick. Even if there was, when would not have been. Yeah. Damn. That sucked. I must have been. I miscalculated and screwed up. But I think here I must have been better. No, I. Yeah, mine. Okay, -3. Oh, it is knight g2. 4. Okay, well. Oh my god. He did have an advantage. Rook f8, e5, yeah, okay. Rook f4, and knight e4. I think that a huge surprise that there was something here. Yeah, just queen f6. F4 was a bit too much, you know. I haven't played in a while, but that's no excuse, though. The game wasn't too bad, but I blundered. So where did I really blunder? No, I mean, you should look at it, of course. Oh, just simple stuff here. Just simple stuff. Mainly in the game. Yeah, queen a5. I played queen e7. No? Yeah, I don't know. It's an interesting game. It's worthy of analyzing, actually. Well, it's more worthy to actually know what you're doing. So this is actually normal. Well, is it? I mean, people have played it. All right. That looks interesting. It was pretty interesting. I mean, I wish I had done a bit of studying. Okay, I haven't. All right, folks, those were 2 games. I hope you enjoyed it. The the big failure. It's okay though. I've I haven't played in so long. Like, this is not to be this wasn't very unexpected. All right, I hope you enjoyed it. And see you later, I guess. Surely no five viewers, you know. All right, see you guys later.